One time I was in prison back in probably 2000, around 2000. Spindale, North Carolina. I was in there with a guy named Frog. They called him Frog, and I was really heavy in church and trying to be good while I was in there and all this stuff. And me and him got close, along with, other guys and stuff. But I remember one day coming out of the church and sitting down. He called me over there and sat down. He started confessing. Now, this happened to me several times with people. Murder. Never got caught with it, but he told me about 2 homicides he did. Him and his buddies in Greensboro, North Carolina, shot up a car for initiation, killed a man, but it was never reported like in the news or anything. They just kept it hush. Nothing was ever done about it. They was never caught. And then another time where they was in Asheville, North Carolina, and they took a guy by the river and dumped him in the river, shot him and dumped him in the river. And why he told me that stuff, I have no idea. But I think about that stuff, periodically, like the dude's family, or why did he tell me this stuff? What do I do with this information? I'm sure I could find the guy, if I wanted to. Just by the year I was in prison, and year he was in prison, what he looks like, I can remember what he looks like. But yeah, confessed to murder. I had to do in Lincoln County, confessed to a murder. Were they bullshitting? I don't know. Trying to be tough, I ain't sure. That shit weighs, on people. You would think they wouldn't tell nobody that shit, but I guess they makes them feel better. It's just crazy incidences like that, that sticks with you. I worked with a lady at Taco Bell, right, in North Wilkesboro. I was supposed to drive to, it was up north somewhere, like Mass or somewhere like that, Boston, pick up her niece. Now I've seen this on TV. Her name's Stephanie. Anyway, I was supposed to help them drive her and her husband, pick up her niece. Last minute, they canceled out. They didn't need me to drive. And so, whatever, Well, lo and behold, they beat the little girl to death that weekend. Tortured her, beat her. She was like 3 years old. And I was there with my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, or whoever, Denise's mama, one day during the day. And I told her about the story. And it came on TV. Because I always wondered what the little girl looked like. It's like, because it bothered me. I was like, man, I would have tried to save her, because I would have tried to save the little girl. I would have died that night probably, or somebody would have died besides that little girl, I hope. But I got to see the little girl, and she was precious little girl. Yeah, because somebody hurt a little kid like that, I don't know, but they did. They killed her. They said they hung her up on the door frame and beat her, made her hold on until they beat her until she fell, put her head through the wall. Just all tortured that little girl, I would have killed them, no doubt. I would have killed them if I was there. That's why they didn't want me there. And then another incident here where I live at now. This dude I was with at a bar, stuff was going to rape this girl one night. That's all he talked about on the way home from the bar. He's going to rape this girl. Now we're in our 20s. This dude's probably near 30, probably 24, 25 at the time. Which I already knew that wasn't going to happen. I already knew the little girl because she lived across the street from me. So I was like, so we get to the pool place there, coming out of McCownville, going up the hill by the slide. I put my car into that parking lot, the little gravel parking lot right there, and I commenced getting at him. When I mean getting at him, I meant poking him. I was sticking him, I was stabbing him. I didn't. That's had enough. You know what I'm saying? This dude was aggressive. He's big. He's mean. He's evil. So I gave it to him. Police, you know what happened? They found my knife, all that good stuff, and they took me home. Man, I told them the story. I was honest with them. The guy was found on the porch the next day, blood on him, but he's okay. I stabbed him in his arms or some shit. But saved the little girl from being raped, I believe, because he would have done it. And his stepdaddy was in the back seat, wouldn't doing shit, you know, sitting there listening to it, you know, like what a punk, you know. But life throws you crazy people in your way, you know, and you have to deal with certain situations. That's not me at all. None of that shit was me, you know. But the lifestyle that you put yourself in. As you can see, I'm very tired. I'm stressed out. Put you in places like that, and there's repercussions. Because you gotta live with that shit. Whatever you do, you gotta live with it. You can't take it. And then what people tell you, you gotta live with. And what you do to people, you gotta live with. So be careful. I mean, I'm sorry for people I've hurt. You know, people I took from, people I've said mean things to, stole from, any of that shit I've done in my life. I'm sorry. You know, drugs, alcohol, this lifestyle makes you do crazy stuff. It's not me. It's the devil in me. It's the sinner in me. There's good in me too. You know, there's a lot of love in me and a lot of care. But there's also another side, you know, to everybody. Yeah, it ain't just good. There would be no evil, bad. So it goes hand in hand, good and bad. You know, which one you gonna choose to do today? Today, I'm about to go to bed, and I choose to be good. You know, I choose to be good, no matter what. Just throw it at me, which has been a lot lately. I still want to keep my head up, even when I feel like giving up. You know, I'm not going to. I love you all. Love that Nate Bass. That's